Hey everyone, it's Sewcraftyag, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tighten your American Girl doll's limbs. Just a disclaimer, make sure you have your parents' permission before you do this because I don't want any of you wrecking your doll. So for this you are going to need obviously a doll with loose limbs and rubber bands, so it doesn't really matter what kind, just rubber bands. So I'm actually just going to first take off all of her clothes just to get them out of the way, so you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so I took all of her clothes off and I also put her hair out of the way because she's got some pretty crazy hair. And now I'm going to go ahead and take her head off. So you want to do that by undoing the knot in the back. So if her head hasn't been taken off before, it can be a little bit difficult to undo the knot, but you can also get a pin and kind of work at it like that, but I think I will get it. So once the knot is out, it should be pretty easy to take her head off, so it should just come off like that. So we're just going to put the head to the side. Now with the actual body, I'm going to go ahead and remove all the stuffing, and you've been warned that there is a lot of stuffing that comes out of here. It's crazy how much they can stuff into the doll's body, but you want to take out all of the stuffing. Okay, now you should have a huge pile of stuffing and a floppy doll. So now we're going to get to tightening the limbs. So what you're going to want to do is take the leg that you want and kind of just find the socket part. So as you can see, this is from this leg, and the more you can pull, the looser it is. So my doll's limbs aren't super loose, but they're definitely not the tightest. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your rubber band. This one happens to be kind of thick, but you could definitely just use a normal thinner one, and you're going to want to wrap it underneath the knot. So this is going to add more tightness, or it's going to tighten the limbs a lot more and make the doll have an easier time to stand up. And you're going to want to wrap that around until it is tight and it will not become loose. So here's the white socket, and here's the rubber band, and the knot is on top, but there's just a very little space, and the rubber band was kind of on the thick side, so you can't really see the knot, but this is going to make it tighter for the leg to move around and easier for the doll to stand. So now you're going to repeat this on the other leg. Okay, so now I have two of my legs done. So if your doll's arms are loose, you can also do this to the arms, but mine aren't, so that's what I'm going to do. So now you just have a floppy doll, and we are going to restuff it, which is harder than it sounds, let me tell you. There's a lot of stuffing and a small place to put it, so try your best. Okay, so I finally got all the stuffing in there, and it did take a long time. If her body's a little bit like misshapen, you can just kind of like push on it to make it go back to where you want it to go. So now we're going to put the head back on, but I just wanted to show you how nice and tight her limbs are, and then they actually stay up and they're not all floppy. So we're going to go put her head on. So to do that, you're going to just want to take the rim of the head and stick it underneath and just kind of get that in there. And there should be two strings at the back, and you want this to be sticking out because this is what actually tightens her head on. So we're just going to put her head towards the front, and then I'm going to take my two strings. Let me just focus this, and I'm going to just have them in one knot and tighten it so it's kind of just staying on, and then we'll add more knots to it. but it's kind of hard. It's nice to have somebody helping you to push it forward while you're actually tying it. To get into the right place, just go ahead and tie a knot. It was really hard to do in camera, so just pretty simple. Tie it into a double knot, and there you go, you've tightened her limbs. So if you don't like this whole gap in her neck, I would recommend getting somebody to push her head down while you tie the knot, but I didn't have anybody to help me, so I'm fine with it right like this for now. If I really want to tighten it, I can do that again. But yeah, and now I'm just gonna go put some clothes on her because she's kind of naked. So thank you guys so much for watching, but if you guys like this video and you want more how-tos on American Girls, then make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!